All right, this is stoked up. I'm just going to believe that my cart is going to be okay. I'm just going to have to believe. I'm going to believe with all my heart that nobody will mess with my cart. No, Theo's mom has don't worry. Theo's mom is you know, married. Yeah, he loves going to the trampoline park. He absolutely loves the trampoline park. Don't stop believing. Oh my god. All right, let's drop that in there. Oh, we got a stack of bronze, guys. We got a stack of the bronze. Let's place that in there. All right, we're looking good, looking good. There we go. There we go. Are we repaired? We are repaired. Hold on, let me check my flowers. They are... Carrot seeds are ready to go. Let's go ahead and grab all of these. Let's grab all of this. Let's get these replanted. We gotta... This is a big day. This is a big day cycle for us right here. We have 117. A little extra stam here. Maybe it's open. What's up, Akrane? Probably not. It doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel that way. I'm in a committed relationship with Valheim. Thank you. That is precisely right. You guys, we're all in an open relationship. It's just me and you guys, okay? I need a little more room here. Wait, why is that? Hold on. There we go. I'm in a committed relationship with all of you. All right? Can I, there we go. I did not consent to this. Maybe I will, Leth. You don't know. I'm a cheap date. I'm a cheap date. All I need is like some type of like cheap steak chain, like Texas Roadhouse prime rib in a glass of Moscato. Okay, I'm a cheap date like that. Yo, we're going nutty on the carrots, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, looking good, looking good. Committed parasocial relationships only. True. That's precisely it. Let's put those in here. Let's put those in here. And we should actually be able to make some boar jerky. Let's put that on here. And let's try this. Let's try this little maneuver right here. All right, we're good to pop off. We're good to pop off. Commencing pop off in 3, 2. I have everything in this cart except for what that cart is designed to hold. All right, listen, we're going nutty right now. I'm not stopping until this entire thing is done, or my pick breaks, or it's nighttime, or I get attacked by a troll, or all my food wears off. But those are the only circumstances under which we're going to stop. Or my rested buff falls off. Here we go. Or I get distracted. Okay, wait a minute. See, look at, I'm doing 22. Look, I'm doing like 20 damage on a multi-swing. 13 damage on a 12 damage on a solo swing. You see that? Watch this. On a multi-swing, you actually do more damage. Okay, hold on. Let me get a big multi-swing. This might be a multi-swing. No, hold on. Hold on. It's all in the hips and my hips don't lie. Correct. Hold on. Let me clear this. This is a multi-swing right here. You do more damage on a multi-swing. That's my theory. My new theory is it's advantageous to do multi-swings. Watch. Okay. That was a terrible multi-swing. Let me try again. Okay. That was 13 damage. 6 plus 6 plus 5. 17 damage on a multi-swing. On one swing, 9.6. 8.4. Look at 22, 20. Look, 8. This is what I'm telling you guys. I'm just trying to show you guys how math works. That's all. Are you going to factor in the swing you don't use? Wait, what? Oh. We don't talk about that swing. Listen, a lot of people got those swings installed when 50 Shades of Grey came out, okay? That's not the type of swing we're talking about here today. Tova, what's happening? How are you? Here we go. Oh, shit. 6 plus 6 plus 6 times 0 is 0. Yeah. I can do basic math, Grim, okay? I mean, I'm not a math magician, but that's it. Now, no, because there should be parentheses around the 6s, right? See how that works? If we put some parentheses around those 6s, it changes the values to what I said, okay? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if there was, like, imagine there was, Tova, I would be right. There we go. If you change the question, the answer changes, yes. Yeah. So I think that there is a universe in which I'm right, and that universe is the one where there is parentheses. Okay. I think we could all agree with it. I think we could all agree on that. Here we go. You didn't mean to murk me so hard. Listen, I don't have any shame. There's nothing that I'm afraid of not knowing. In that universe, I was not a dick. There's probably a universe where you're not a dick. But we're going to have to search millions of them. All I know is how to do bros, okay? I do bros and farm W's. That's all. I don't need to do math. I don't need to do math to beat Valheim. No map, no portal. Beat Valheim again, right? Go ahead and drop that in there. We got 15. All right, let's just go repair real quick and come back. Well, there you go. You got your answer, my friend. You got your answer. All right, let's just go ahead and... Oh, I am not smarter than I am not smarter than a 5th grader. I will just tell you guys that. You guys don't need proof. You've watched this stream long enough to know. You guys should know. Yeah, it's the only reason why anybody watches the stream. Like, I don't agree that I have a great voice, but the overwhelming consensus is that it's the only reason most people watch. I will never be able to acknowledge that I have a good voice, but the overwhelming consensus is people only watch my stream to fall asleep to, or they're work lurking. Oh, also for the suffering,
I do declare, Mr. President.
Well, my breathy Southern belle is kind of hot. Well, here's the thing. I think that most people despise their own voice. Yes, true. But all my life, people have commented on my voice. There was a period of my life where I was in retail management, okay? And I know that sends a shiver down the spine of most people who spend time in retail, right? We know what that looks and feels like. And I used to have to do the closing announcement. This was like 20 years ago. And I used to do the closing announcement. I was a sales manager and a store manager for a long time. As a sales manager, I had to close like every weekend because it was our busiest days. And I always had to do the closing announcements. And it was like once a week, somebody would comment on my voice. To this day, people, even in my last job, I like one of the reasons, well, let's just say I wasn't a big fan of my boss's boss. And the guy was like, he basically said to me, when you talk, I sound like I'm listening to a commercial. I actually, I was the youngest district manager in the store chain I worked in the region ever. And I'll never forget the day I got promoted to not district manager, just store manager. The district manager told me his only reservation is that I spoke too well and that I was too polished. Like he was implying that my level of polish was a facade, was like gilded. Like his worry was that I was too good at being fake. I don't know if that makes sense. Like that was a criticism of me. But yeah. We're still working on this first copper load. We are. We're crushing it. Wait a minute. We're repaired, yeah. A compliment and an insult. Yeah, I don't think he actually meant it as a compliment. That was a concern of his. He basically was implying that my level of polish was suspicious, I think more is what it is. Yeah, even the boss's boss was wondering how the kid does it. Wait a minute. You have nothing negative to say for you to improve upon. So time to make something up. It could be. It might have been that. Sir, please stop. Please bring a Go XLR to the store. My Go XLR does a lot of heavy lifting. I'll give you the promotion, but please stop doing the fake voice. But my last job, my boss's boss told me that it sounded like he was listening to a commercial. And that was also a criticism. He was basically saying, like, he was basically saying, again, it's just a similar theme with the way I communicate. People say that in a business setting, I communicate with confidence, but there's too much. It's like a combination of confidence, polish, and I'm not bragging. This is a thing that's counted against me. That too articulate, too much polish, sound like I'm listening to a commercial. I've heard that all my life, in like 4 different jobs. I don't say enough. You know what I do? You know, I realize that I do 2 things. I have 2 verbal quirks that I hate that I find in my VODs. When I am editing clips, I do 2 things that I hate. Number 1 is I break my train of thought too much. I'll start saying something and then I will completely change tracks. That's number 1. And then the second thing that I do, I started to do tactically as a streamer, but now I do it subconsciously. And that is, if I don't like the way, like if I know something is going to be content, I often repeat myself. So like sometimes it happens in the form of an alert. Something is happening and I'm going to be like, oh shit, this is going to be good. This is going to be content. I have to be very aware of what I'm going to say so I'm not like a stuttering idiot and ruin a clip. Because the worst thing that I hate is when good content happens, but I fuck it up by like just not enunciating something or speaking something, or I stutter or I mess it up. I know this is all like behind the curtain, like content streamer stuff, but there's a lot of times when something exciting is happening, my first thought in my head is I need to not stutter. I need to not peek my mic. I need to like enunciate, because I hate a good piece of content where I mush up a bunch of words and I'm like, oh fuck, this sucks, because there's no way to edit around it. But I tend to start a sentence a couple of times because I want to make sure that people are paying attention. In my head, everybody is lurking, nobody's watching, and when something is about to happen, I'll be like, okay guys, this is going to be big, like this is what we're about to do. And then sometimes I will say that again so that like in my head people are tuning in and now they're catching that sentence one more time. Like they might have missed it the first time, now they're hearing it in a second. I repeat myself a lot when I stream, and it's just a weird neurotic thing that I do verbally. But I often break my own chains of thought, and then I often repeat things subconsciously that I started trying to do tactically. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, because that's exactly right. Clipping around words can be difficult when I clip around things. Yeah. Multiple takes to get the first. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, though, right? So that's a whole different neurotic thing for me. If I was doing TikToks, because I'm terrible at reading a script, I'm better at speaking like this. I've often said, if you guys hear me speaking right now, and we then, like me speaking right now for 10 seconds versus a clip of me reading a script for 10 seconds versus a clip of me singing, you wouldn't even think it was the same person in all three. Well, Crips. Okay, well, now everybody knows I'm gang affiliated. All three clips. Yeah. Kill have auditory processing. I have a hard time watching content without subtitles. I don't always wish you... Well, you wish I had captions. Yeah, my singing is terrible. My singing is terrible. Actually terrible. So yeah, anyways, that's all my, like, craziness. I'm kind of a crazy person. You like to look at the camera and wing it? My style's a bit more open-ended, though I thought of doing a script. I'm terrible with scripts. Because I get a little too neurotic about the scripts. A, I get neurotic about the scripts. B, I have a hard time. I can't look at... Here's the problem. I can't actually look at chat and talk. So usually when I'm like on a rant about something, I cannot look at chat or I can't think. Because I can't read and think at the same time. Which is part of the reason why I hate scripts. But in this content, I don't get a chance to redo an epic moment, right? That's the difference. I think that scripted content for YouTube or TikTok is difficult in its own way, but for
Thank
me,
you for your follow.
like I get one shot at that clip. Like I'm never gonna get that moment again of me dying in a catacomb in the Mistlands or being eaten by the serpent or, you know, whatever it is. I only get one shot at it. So to me, I try to mentally prepare myself not to mush up all of my words while I'm talking. That's 2 copper down. We could probably make some stuff right now. I freestyle. It's just off the dome is what we in Philos in the freestyle community, we call it off the dome. It's a little thing that me and Harry Mack do, you know? That's what makes us... how many times? Fun part of clips and streams are always the random stupid stuff that happens. Yeah. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that take. Because my reactions are typically genuine, but I'm on high alert not to mush my words. That's kind of like ingrained in me as I'm going to use the word content creator loosely. Eat my tongue all the time. Yeah, I am a classic tongue eater. Yeah. Sobbing uncontrollably as it words. Yeah, sometimes I can't actually form words. Okay, we can make... Oh, we need 10, baby. I'm a stream of consciousness person, not a memorization person. Yes. I speak faster than I think, and sometimes yes, I do that as well. I tend to speak very quickly when I have prepared comments. That is one of the problems that I have struggled with all my life around presentations, because when I do a presentation for work, I have practiced it. I've probably practiced it. I would definitely practice it. I've probably recorded it, both either audio and or video. And then I've watched it back. I've listened to it. I've probably practiced it 30 times. That's where I get into trouble with speed of talking. Because once I know precisely what I'm going to say, I have very little control over how fast I say it. I'm a very, very fast talker. That actually got me in trouble in one interview. I almost didn't get the job because I spoke too fast in the interview because I had prepared for every question. But the only thing that the interview that I flew to was in Arkansas. It wasn't for a company in Arkansas. It was for a company that was supporting a company in Arkansas. And they basically said, you speak too fast. And the only reason I got the job is because I was going to be based in the Northeast. And a lot of people in the Northeast speak very quickly. I think faster than I speak. Yeah, Grim, I'm in the same boat. Wait. Yes, I think faster than I speak. My other problem is, despite my social anxiety, I am very good This is going to sound like a weird flex. I'm very good interpersonally simply because I have an extraordinary awareness about interpersonal skills. And this is both good and bad. Number one, it makes me good at relationship management, which is what I've always been in, because I'm very good at anticipating how people will react to things. I'm very good at anticipating kind of a collection of thoughts that someone might have about something and preparing myself for addressing all of them. Like, I'm very tactical and strategic with how I think interpersonally, how I communicate interpersonally, and how I prepare for all eventual outcomes interpersonally. That makes me it makes me a very, very good, salesperson, we'll say. Where it goes wrong is that small percentage of time that I get it wrong. And I also sometimes can't help but also perform those calculations and evaluations interpersonally in terms of relationships. And I think that's a shitty superpower to have. Where you always assume you know all possible outcomes of someone's thought process. It's easier to do business-wise because in business people have a sense of incentives, right? People want to either grow sales, or they want to grow profit, or they want to reduce shrink, or they want to reduce fraud, or like everybody in a sales world. I am very good at guessing what their responses to things are going to be based on what they're incentivized to do. It doesn't mesh well personally, where every single individual human being has a different set and collections of wants and desires that are mostly very difficult to figure out. So if you try to go into it believing that you can, you're going to misstep a lot. And that's where I struggle interpersonally with people. Is thinking that I can anticipate what they want and then trying to create a world in which I can meet those expectations. But yeah. Anyways, that's enough about me, guys. Sorry to go into my weird neuroses. During college or grad, you would write your presentations and practice. I would lose control of it. I think there are probably folks out there who don't benefit from over-practicing or who benefit from not practicing it. Sorry, Toki. Sorry to hit you with all that. Stop reading my diary. Joker, good morning. How are you? All right, listen up, guys. We have a problem. We have a problem. We have too much copper. Is it true that people who speak more slowly come off as more confident to someone who speaks more quickly? I can think of people that I know that speak slowly and sound very credible, and people, I don't know. To me, I gauge thoughtfulness, not speed. I think there are a few things. I think that there is definitely something to less is more when it comes to sounding credible or knowledgeable. I don't know. I gauge thoughtfulness. I gauge how people frame questions. I don't necessarily gauge people's answers. Those are important, but I like to gauge how people frame them, or how people frame their questions or frame their answers, because to me, that's the best measure of thoughtfulness, is the words that people are choosing to make a point are almost important as the point they are trying to make, at least in a business setting. So whether somebody is speaking fast or slow to me doesn't necessarily impact how I gauge their thoughtfulness. All right, we have a copper problem. I have way too much copper, not enough tin. Yo, look at this tin, baby. Yeah, Grim, you're right. It's diction, it's vocabulary, and it's nuance in speaking. All of those are important. What engine is Valheim on? I am going to be honest with you. I have no idea. Somebody smarter than me is going to have to answer that question. Where's all my hardcore Valheimers? They know. I know they know. I'm going to follow this coast and farm. It's Unity? Okay. I'm going to follow this coast and farm this tin. I would love to actually find a little taste of meadows up here. A little taste of the meadows. I don't think we're going to find it, team. I got bad news. Yeah, I was a little worried about how the game looked because I was watching some streams, but This is a game that just looks so good in person. I feel like, I mean, I think everything loses a little bit of its luster through, you know, Twitch transcoding and stuff, but like, it looks good. I just gave that one an extra whack. Everybody gets one free one. Oh boy. Are these guys popping off right now? Hold on, let me see what we got here. Guys, I could really use a bajingling. All right, let's kill a little guy. All right. Let's see if I still am the parry god. Am I the parry god? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't have stamina. Okay, I was the parry god, but I was not the stamina god. All right, let me get a little stam, buddy. We're going to go round 2. Uh-oh. Parry timing acquired. Oh, the Unity start screen. That's probably a giveaway. Listen, Toki, I have a lot of skills that you guys don't know about, okay? Yeah, I know where the vendor is. I know where the vendor is. I have a lot of skills that people don't know about, all right? I have a lot of hidden skills. 310, 296. All right, there we go. Good, let's get this back. I have not tried dodging yet. No, no. I've failed this. I have failed this on the dodging mod. Ooh. I need these. Oh, God. There's a spawner right there. Okay. Nobody likes that. All right, let's head back. Yo, Stardew Valley is like one of those games I wish I could get into. I wish that I could get into Stardew Valley. There's not enough action for me. Wait, where's my base? Must be up here. You guys know me. I'm on the edge of my seat, kind of adrenaline junkie action guy. I don't know if Stardew is going to deliver on that commitment. Never went into the caves. Yeah, there's trolls in those caves. There's a couple of things in the caves. Number 1, there's trolls. Number 2, you can't really kite in those caves. I've learned. I've learned the hard way. I think we're actually going to have like 100 bronze. I don't know how much bronze we need. Maybe we should probably start taking a look. Wait, I've unlocked the bronze armor, right? Hold on. Let's get this. Terraria, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm interested in Terraria. I don't know if it has the action that I desire, though. Just because it's like, you know, 2D side-scrolling. Let's drop those in there. Let's keep this going. Oh, Tova, you just have to remind me that. Just have to remind.
Did you beat number 6 before your death spiral?
Will my answer impact whether or not your sub is refunded, Denise? Let's start there. Let's start there. Okay. If it won't impact your sub, then I'll give you the answer. All right. Terraria server when? You know, we could do that. No, I don't know at what part you saw the death spiral, but the death spiral got very spirally. End of May, remind me. Okay, thank you. The death spiral got very spirally for those that weren't here. It actually spiraled straight into a new run with no map. We're doing no map, no portal now. I'm gonna hit this joint. No, wait a minute. There we go. That was a joint. That was a joint. I mean, I think that you guys would much more appreciate me beating the queen in a no map, no portal run than doing it in like a lame map portal run, right, Denise? I'm just trying to deliver you guys the entertainment which you speak. That's all. I think I can do it. We just have to be more careful. Like, I think that we learned some lessons. We learned so many good lessons last run, right? We learned everything up to and including where the boss is. Hold on, I'm going to read what you're saying while I'm getting this. Yeah, I think that's a skill. I think that's a skill. Trying to determine people's motivations. Or trying to determine if somebody is the right person for a position. Like somebody could be very qualified. They could have a great resume, but they might actually not be the right person for a company or a position, right? Like I think that's where things get difficult. I think that finding the red flags in an interview is a skill that can be acquired and needs to be acquired. But I think that the harder thing to do is to look at somebody who's eminently qualified for a position, that has the experience, but try to determine if they're the right fit for you. Right, there's so many things, right? Like, A, is this person the right fit for me? Is this somebody that I can see working for me? B, is this, am I the right fit for this person? C, is this person the right fit for the company? And D, is this the person the right fit for the job? I think those are all things that have to be assessed during an interview process. Some of those things are very hard to answer, even with time and with skill, in my opinion. Quick question, how do you plan to set sail correctly without the map? Hey, Camolino, that's a good question. So I have, this is my answer. This is how I'm going to answer how we're going to set sail without the map. I didn't want to tip my hand to my strategies here. But number one, we're going to put I'm going to try to get to the bonfire. I'm going to try to put a fire or something here so that we will be able to see it from the shore. I think the second thing that we'll do as we start exploring is we will try to explore to places that we can see. Which is terrible because I can't see this because of the fog. Like, if I knew there was swamp over there, like, we would just drive straight over there because I know we could just drive straight back to get home. And then maybe over there, we build a small base and we put a bonfire there. The problem is, what if the bonfires goes out? There's nobody to keep the fires of Gondor lit. That's problematic. So I don't know. Like, my best answer is that we will have to do a couple things. Number one, I will need bonfires or some types of lights on the shore so we can identify. Number two, we could build some tall lighthouses. Like, they don't have to be beautiful. I think they just have to be tall, and we need to be able to see them from the distance. I think the next thing is we might have to take navigation by the sun a little more seriously. Like, maybe we wait till morning and see which way the sun is, and then we sail directly into the sun. That way we know we have to sail directly into the sunset to get home. I'm also wondering if there might be a way to navigate based on this thing in the sky. I have no idea. I don't know. That's the best answer I can provide for all of that. That's the best answer. But I think the thing that we need to do when we begin sailing is that we need to do so with the thought that we might not be able to find our way back, right? Like, if we're going to set sail an adventure, maybe it would behoove us to bring, like, materials to make a forge with us. That way we can repair our items that require it. We bring, you know what I mean? Like maybe we bring enough cores to get some smelters down to smelt iron. You know what I mean? Like kind of an oh shit bag. We're going to bring an oh shit bag with us where it's like, okay, well, we're probably not finding our way home ever. So we're going to have materials with us in case. Norch. You know, speaking of times that I absolutely brutalized the English language, yes, we're gonna sail Norch. There we go, we're looking good. Okay. I am winning. I'm always winning. As long as we're together and we're having fun, we're probably farming W's. Let me see how we look right here. Okay, we should have enough for 100 bronze. What? Oh my god, the bronze stuff is so... Oh god, I need so many deers. I need so many deers. I did not think about this. Okay, we do have to do some farming. I think I have enough bronze for a full T4 set. It's only 5 bronze to make like a basic okay. All right. We should be good. Yeah, the bug out bag prep. Yes. I have no idea. I've never built a cartography table before. Where were we? Give me 1 second, guys. It is... We got about 3 hours, 3.5 hours left of the stream. Let me... What about the open sea? I have no idea. Camelino. I don't know. Maybe the sun, maybe the world tree. We're gonna figure that out. As we move through it. That's the best answer I can give. Well, I think the bonfire will help close distances, but it will help if I can get myself kind of in the right direction and get within that close distance. Yeah, that's the only answer that I have, Camelino, for now. I have played Sea of Thieves. Yeah, I have played Sea of Thieves before. There's the things I enjoy about it. The problem with Sea of Thieves is it's one of those games where most of the people who are still playing Sea of Thieves are super sweats, and it makes it a little bit of a deterrent for new people that are learning. It's a little bit like Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, Tarkov, Sea of Thieves. A lot of those like PvEVP games that have been around forever. To me, my perception is like 90% of the people that are playing those games have been playing it for years. They know everything about it. They know all the maps. They know everything. They're just so good at the game due to experience that, like, me as a new person coming into it is just kind of a meat grinder. Like, you just get fucking rolled mercilessly. So the answer is, can I stick with this game just getting rolled by sweats long enough to get to a place where I can compete with them? I don't know. Yeah, that's why I don't tend to spend a lot of time in those games, because I don't have the time to invest to like get good enough at them to be competitive in the part of the game that I really enjoy. That's kind of yeah, but again, like a good crew, it still takes time, right? Like then they're going to be carrying me. It's still going to take me time to learn, because even if I'm with a good crew, they're going to be covering up things. They're going to be doing things. They're going to be preventing me from learning by how good they are. Like Hunt Showdown. I play Hunt Showdown with Jordo, Inspector. Like, these guys just win every game of Hunt Showdown. Regardless of how fucking bad I am, I just show up, and occasionally I'm like, hey, I think there's a guy over there. And they just murder everything. They clear the objectives, and then we just leave. And I don't learn anything. I have a good time. I'm playing with friends. They're so good. But it's hard. That's what happened to Terraria. Different type of game. But when you get with a group of people that are really good at the game, it's hard. Unless I'm spending hundreds and hundreds of hours playing it with them, it's hard to learn because they're so good that it kind of removes all the friction from what I need to do. I don't know if that makes sense.